The Trump administration continues to be the biggest threat to the successful organization of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The best referee in Africa has been denied entry to the US just because he is Somalian. So, Omar Al-Tan, who is one of the 7 referees from Africa who will be officiating in the 2026 World Cup over the weekend, was denied entry to the US, even though he has been an official FIFA referee since 2018 and so travels on a diplomatic passport. The fact that he is in the US to officiate for the FIFA World Cup and travels on a diplomatic passport is supposed to make it easier for him to enter the US, even though the US has a ban on Somalia. And yet, the US Border Patrol denied him entry to the US, and again, even though he has a valid visa to enter the US. So Omar had to return to Istanbul and wait to see what happens. The FIFA president has promised the world that the US political climate will not interfere with the World Cup. And the Trump administration have also somehow told the world that they are not going to interfere with the successful organization of the FIFA World Cup. But of course, we didn't believe them. And as it stands now, the US immigration enforcement has been the biggest hindrance to countries and people coming into the US to attend the FIFA World Cup. My name is Nenebi Tony. I'm a Ghanaian writer who lives in the US. On this channel, I like to delve into the role of Africa on the world stage. So if you want to understand Africa intellectually, subscribe to my channel. So FIFA has about 57 referees who would be officiating. Let me confirm the number. I need to get the numbers right. FIFA has 52 referees who will be officiating during the 2026 World Cup. 7 of them are from Africa, and there are 88 assistant referees who have been confirmed. 11 of who are from Africa. And then there's also now, because we'll be using VAR, video referees, and the video monitors, they are about, let me confirm that number. I know 3 of them are from Africa. I don't know. I think there will be about 30 video referees. 3 of who will be from Africa. And I want to add, I went through the list of the various African countries where the officials will be coming from, the 20 officials who will be partaking in the FIFA World Cup. None of them, and I repeat, none of them is from Nigeria. So, Nigeria will not be playing football at the FIFA World Cup. They will not be officiating at the FIFA World Cup. They will be cheerleaders at the FIFA World Cup because Nigerian musicians will be opening the FIFA World Cup. So, once again, the country of cheerleaders will continue to be cheerleading at the World Cup. Anyway, back to the serious matter. So, because there's going to be very few people from Africa partaking in the officiating decisions at the World Cup, it is important that every single one of them be treated as an important part of the Africa structure or Africa representation at the World Cup. And on top of that, Omar Al-Tan, who is Somalian, is also currently the best referee in Africa. CAF awarded him the Referee of the Year in 2025. So he's not just one of the Africans who will be at the World Cup. He is the best in our continent right now. So the US deny him entry is not explainable. I can't think of any word to explain that, right? There's no proper explanation except he's part of the political theater Trump is playing right now. So since last year, November, Trump and his administration have zoomed in specifically on Somalia, saying Somalians who live in the US are being fraudulent in some way. I've tried to understand the issue, I have not. And I talk on foreign policy all the time. And so I always relegate that to domestic US politics, and I don't talk about domestic US politics on my channel. So I do not usually talk about the issue between the Trump administration and Somalia. So that is not what I'm going to talk about. But as part of the political theater involving Trump administration and Somalia, some things and people always get involved. And one of those things and people is the referee who is here to do his job, a job he has been doing for 8 years now, officiating at a FIFA sanctioned game. And FIFA and the Trump administration over the years, in the last 2 years, have been telling us that US will not interfere with FIFA organizing the World Cup in the US. But they keep doing that. First, it was Iran. Iranian players were first denied visa to enter the US, even though the US said players will be exempted from their immigration ban. And then they were granted visa, but with some asterisks. Iranian players can only enter the US on the day they have to play matches in the US and leave as soon as they finish their match. You see how stressful it is for you going to play a game, enter the country you are going to play the game in on the day you play the game and have to leave immediately and come back because all their three games will be in the US to play another. FIFA should have accommodated Iran by moving all their games to Canada or Mexico. But FIFA president is dropping the ball currently. The FIFA president is not doing a good job at all when it comes to containing the Trump administration. I know the FIFA president likes to avoid being caught up in domestic politics in countries, but here's the case where US domestic political positioning is affecting the world's game. I was just on the phone with people in Ghana, right? In Ghana, even though we are not sure our team will do well, the atmosphere around the World Cup is a big deal. And that is the case in every country. I live in the US. The atmosphere is not exciting for the World Cup because America is not a huge soccer country. They do not understand the gravity of the World Cup. But it is the responsibility of FIFA to explain the gravity of the World Cup to the host nation. If the host nation does not understand the gravity of what they are organizing or they are hosting, how are they going to organize it in a way that is conducive to those of us who understand the gravity of the FIFA World Cup? So the matter involving Omar Al-Tan is a developing matter. The Somalian Football Association or the Somali Football Association have petitioned FIFA and have also gone to the news to let the world know that this happened. And so they are letting the world know that this matter is not an individual. It interferes with fair play in global football. It is part of fair play in global football to put your differences aside and accommodate people when it comes to the organization of football. And referees are a big part of the game. The US and Trump administration need to understand that. My name is Nenebi Tony. I'm a Ghanaian writer who lives in the US. On this channel, I like to delve into the role of Africa on the world stage. So subscribe if you want to keep getting updates on cultural issues around the FIFA World Cup.